like me, you're also tired of sifting through hundreds of pairs of footwear, but you still can't find that one pair that fits you perfectly, I feel you. Today at ThePrint, I bring you to this store in Lajpat Nagar, Modello Domani, which has the solution for your problems. Today at ThePrint, we have with us Ayush Dewan Khurana, the founder of Modello Domani, who is already, as you can see behind me, has achieved many milestones in this specialized shoe business that he's in. And we will talk to him about his venture, how he came up with the idea and where he wants to take it now. So over to you, Ayush.
Firstly, thank you so much for such a polite and a humbling introduction. The idea of Modello Domani actually started in 2010, if I'm correct. So the concept actually started from the loafers of Zara. So in Delhi, all the brands were coming in India at that point of time, and Delhi's first showroom of Zara opened up, and they were doing loafers at that point. And I remember bringing one pair of loafers home, which was at a price tag of something 4,500 rupees. And a friend of mine, rather a relative of mine from Agra, actually told me that, hey, I actually manufacture for this brand and I actually export to this international label. And I was like, no, you don't know.
Impossible.
It's a Delhi thing. So you'd have no idea. But he was like, no, he was very insistent about it. And he actually showed me a pair. And that's when I was actually blown away. And I was surprised that Indian manufacturers and actual Indians are actually making such amazing pairs of shoes and craftsmanship, and everything is happening make in India. And so that basically just sparked that reverse engineering concept in my head, and I was like, I really need to get to the bottom of this and actually find out exactly how such a beautiful pair can be crafted in India, and we are just giving it out in the world. So why not create a brand which is for Indians and made in India?
And did you then move on to do any specialized training in this art, or did you just simply pick up the tricks of the trade? While on
the latter, because I was already doing my economics from Delhi University, and by that point it was too late to just change my stream and just get into fashion. So I just reverse engineered how a shoe is crafted. I visited the factories, I saw the laborers going at it, and I just saw exactly how a hand-stitched, hand-burnished, hand-finished product can be made so beautifully and so intrinsically in India. And that's how the idea was born, and that's how I got my first shoe, I guess.
There's a lot going on the wall behind us. So
Yes.
Tell us a bit about this. How have you managed to, get all these big celebrities and film stars to endorse your brand?
This started in 2017, and approximately 5 years back, I kind of revamped and reconstructed the entire brand. And I had that idea that what I told my mom was that, one wall I'm going to keep empty and I'm going to keep vacant, because I'm going to fill this wall with the best media coverage and with the best celebrities wearing my brand. And my mother was like, okay, that's quite inspiring of you, but and entrepreneurial of you, but beta samajh ke. So I was like, nahin, I will let me keep this wall plain, and I will fill this wall. So I took that as a personal thing, that as my personal mission, that one day I will actually fill this wall. So yeah.
And tell us about the awards you won. You were just mentioning to us before we started this interview.
Right. So Next Brands, great people, great company, and these people actually choose only 50 people in the entire year for this honor award. And alongside me, and I'm a very small person in the list of other 49 great giants and personalities of the Indian cinema and of the Indian industries. And I'm just honored that I actually got this award on 4th of March
So it's very new.
Oh, it's very new. That's why it's like placed right there.
But tell me, Ayush, like in this time and age where, first of all, COVID changed the shopping behavior. Everybody moved online, and we have plenty of options. No matter which platform you go to, or if you step out at physical store, you'll get like so many options. Do you see that the demand towards specialized shoes is actually changing, or is it growing or decreasing? Where would you place this industry in the middle of this e-commerce boost?
Right. So I would say up till 2019, pre-COVID, if I may state that correctly, pre-COVID, there was a lot of competition, and a lot of brands were actually importing a lot of shoes from China. Right. So after COVID or during COVID or during the pandemic, most of the imports stopped. So that really disrupted the entire shoe industry massively, because a lot of raw materials used to come from China and obviously other countries as well, and we were importing a lot of small raw materials which used to go in the craftsmanship of a perfect pair. The entire industry was really shaken up. A lot of manufacturers closed down, a lot of industries closed down. So yes, it was a very troublesome and a very tough and a hard time for everybody, not just the shoe industry, but everybody, all the working class throughout the country. What we were able to do is we just revamped the entire brand. So pre-COVID, the mission or the aim of Modello Domani was to become one of the most premium designer-oriented brand, and I personally wanted to make it the next, if I may say, it's a Versace and Manish Malhotra of India. That was the ideation behind the brand, to make it a big designer label. What COVID basically made us realize is that the spending power is going down, and the entire economy and the market is suffering. So we just quickly just revamped and reinvented the entire brand and made it a very affordable luxury. So instead of our prices going up, our prices actually started falling down. And all the price points came down, and we made it more affordable. We made it more eco-friendly. We made it more casual. So we launched an entire line around that, which is more budget-friendly also. Plus, keeping in mind that people will not be corporates anymore in the truest sense, because people will be working from home more.
Right.
So we started.
The entire work industry is changing, and people are working from remote locations and
absolutely.
All of that.
So when you're working from home, it doesn't really matter, like, the waist down. So that was the idea, and we quickly thought that everybody wants to be comfortable. So we launched our own range of slippers, which were again very budget friendly, very pocket friendly, at the same time so super comfortable that, well, even the celebrities could not resist it, and everybody is wearing that at home.
Right. And what kind of materials do you use? Like, if say I come to your store and I want a pair of shoes for my everyday office attire, what options would I have?
Well, the funny thing here is, if a lady walked in and asked me, okay, what do you have for me? I will very humbly and politely say that if you have a husband, boyfriend, or brother, I will have a lot for him, but not much for the women, because we're still working on Lady Domani, and I think by 2024 is what we are basically targeting, to launch a whole new variety and the whole new line for women as well.
That's where you want to take this brand also further.
Yes, I know you would have asked me this later on, but yes, that's by 2024 we are planning to launch Lady Domani, where we will have loafers, slip-on slippers, and the whole charade and the whole collection for women as well. However, right now Modello Domani is 90% men, and that's our prime market. And if somebody is supposedly walk in, you want a jutti, you want a slip-on, you want brogues, Oxfords, slippers, you want something casual, you want something formal, you want something to match your attire, or be it a sherwani or a cocktail night or a tuxedo, we'll hook you right up. What we have started doing now is that we have started keeping more variety which is ready to go. Because what I realized is that the Indian market, and even a customer in general, is quick buy. Like, they would want it right off the rack. They like something, they want to buy it. They don't want to wait for 2 weeks or 3 weeks for it to be customized as per them. Yes, of course, there's a market for that also. But majorly, a lot of people would just want off the rack. Right?
You just come see something and pick it up.
Correct. So if somebody is to walk inside the store and they're like, okay, I want to customize a certain way, we have over 550 SKUs live right now in the brand, in the showroom and online. So I'm pretty sure, like, you know, we will hit the right buttons when it comes to offering you the right pair for your attire. But however, there are exceptions, and there are people.
Have to wait.
Yes, there are people who would want it to be customized as per exactly their specification, and for that, like I mentioned, we have picture to product customization. You can just tell us your idea, the material, the kind of material that you want, be it leather, be it vegan, be it a velvet, be it suede, whatever you need.
Yeah, so I was just reading on your website, and you also mentioned that you also have some special diabetes shoes, and then you have again this vegan variety. So tell us more about this. I mean, because I'm sure a lot of people do not know that you get vegan shoes as well. So please tell us more about this.
So I would actually love to give a shout out and a special mention to Mr. Prahlad Kakkar. He basically gave me the idea that, or rather pushed me in that direction that, you know, you should do diabetic shoes. There's a huge market for diabetics in India as well. And if not many people know that diabetics have a very certain requirement in their shoe. It has to be super soft. There's not supposed to be any stitching which is coming out, because if anything basically pokes the foot, it's very sensitive. So it has to be very well cushioned, it has to be very light, it has to be, well, there has to be a certain amount of compression when you walk. So it's a very delicately crafted pair. So we started with doing those as well. Yes, they do not look very grand and very attractive as one would see the fancy shoes around us. Yes, they are a little simpler, I would say. I would not say that they're not as loud, perhaps, as how the fashion speaks. Yes, it's more. It does the job well.
It serves the purpose.
It serves the purpose, and it keeps your feet healthy. I mean, that is the main idea.
Right.
So yeah.
Thank you so much, Ayush, for talking to us. And I guess here we are going to stop because we're running, over time with this interview. But if you have any needs, you can definitely, you know now where to go and who to call.